AEW Double or Nothing 2020 this Saturday, May the 23rd, 2020 from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, streaming on pay-per-view, Bleacher Report Live, and Fight TV. And even though the event will have no fans due to the coronavirus pandemic, there's about 3 or 4 matches that very well could headline main event Saturday night's Double or Nothing. Those are the Casino Ladder match that'll feature 8 AEW superstars plus 1 mystery participant that will find out during the match. I would assume whoever that person is will enter at number 9 instead of the Casino Battle Royal that they had last year at Double or Nothing in Las Vegas. Due to coronavirus, can't have more than 10 or 20 people in an area at one time, social distancing, 6 feet apart, so on and so forth. I believe everybody knows the gist by now. It's been almost 3 months of this nonsense. They are having a casino ladder match, so look at Money in the Bank in the WWE, for instance, that we just had a few weeks ago, in which Otis and Asuka won, but the winner of this casino ladder match will then earn a shot at the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, whether Jon Moxley is still the champion after Saturday night or the Exalted One, Brody Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper, in the WWE, captures his first World Heavyweight title. So the Casino Ladder match is one of the 3 or 4 matches that very well could main event. It won't. It'll probably either kick off the show or be the midway point. Jon Moxley, Brody Lee, that will probably be your main event of the evening. As just mentioned, that will in fact be for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Jon Moxley, Brody Lee. This was Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper a few years ago in the WWE. They've faced off versus one another before. Should be a damn good match. They've also faced off before WWE on the independent scene. And this could very well become a hardcore match in a split second. Cody, Lance Archer as well for the new TV title for the All Elite Wrestling crew. It'll be Cody Rhodes, the Murder Hawk monster himself, Lance Archer. TNT Championship on the line. Iron Mike Tyson will in fact present the championship. Last year, Double or Nothing, when they introduced the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, they had Bret the Hitman Hart come out as that evening in the main event. It was Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. Jon Moxley debuted. Jericho then ended up winning the AEW title at All Out in August. The match, though, that I'm most excited for at Double or Nothing this upcoming weekend, Saturday night on pay-per-view, is the Elite versus the Inner Circle in the first ever Stadium Stampede match. The Elite, with the Young Bucks returning, along with Adam Hangman Page, will team up with Kenny Omega and the new AEW signing of Broken Matt Hardy, as Hardy is all Elite, up against the Inner Circle of Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, formerly known as Jack Swagger in the WWE, and Proud and Powerful LAX, Santana, and Ortiz, the Bubbly Bunch, if you will. So the Elite, we've known them for quite a while, Young Bucks and Omega. Page in there as well, making a return. We haven't seen Page or the Bucks since before the final AEW Dynamite, before coronavirus hit, and then Matt Hardy also debuted a few weeks later as well. Actually, Brody Lee and Matt Hardy debuted on the same night. Lee, the Exalted One, Hardy back in his broken form. I'm excited for Double or Nothing. Unfortunately, I'm not this year ordering the pay-per-view. I'll find a stream somewhere, hopefully, or if you know someone or have one of your own, be sure to send via social media. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media as well. Links in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button. Chat questions and comments. Always greatly appreciated as well. In the near future, though, I will in fact have predictions for NXT TakeOver In Your House and WWE Backlash, along with live reactions for both shows on June the 7th and 14th, respectively. Thanks for listening. These are, in fact, my All Elite Wrestling AEW Double or Nothing preview predictions. Hopefully you'll enjoy the thumbs up button once more, and hopefully you're all in, because if not, I know somebody who could knock your ass out in a heartbeat. As mentioned, Iron Mike Tyson presenting the TNT Championship this weekend. So let's get to it. There's 9 matches on the card for Double or Nothing. We'll begin with the buy-in match that features the tag team of Private Party and Best Friends. We'll then, towards the end of this recording, discuss some other professional wrestling in the WWE, as NXT TakeOver In Your House and Backlash are only now weeks away. Private Party, Best Friends. If Best Friends wins, Orange Cassidy unfortunately won't win the Casino ladder match. Really haven't seen Private Party since coronavirus, which them and a few other superstars in AEW, WWE, so on and so forth, due to circumstances, it's totally understandable. I get it. But it is good to see everyone back in the squared circle, or if they haven't yet made a return, hopefully eventually they will. Private Party, Best Friends on the kickoff pre-show AEW buy-in for Double or Nothing on Saturday. This match could go either way. It all depends on how AEW sees both of these tag teams, what direction, and that's for anything, yes, don't get me wrong. Whether it be you're just in singles competition with someone for a few weeks or a couple months, or if you're in a mid-card title feud, or if you're main eventing show after show after show, but it all depends on where they see both of these tag teams going moving forward. High on Best Friends. Orange Cassidy's awesome, but as mentioned, if Best Friends wins this, Orange Cassidy won't win the ladder match, and he probably won't anyway. Whoever the mystery partner is, whoever that may be, that person's going to win that ladder match. So give me Best Friends to defeat Private Party on the buy-in at Double or Nothing. And since we're talking about it, the Casino ladder match that'll feature 9 participants, as mentioned, one of those being a mystery. Have no idea, nor do I really care at this point in time who it is. We'll find out when the time is right. As mentioned, whoever it is will probably come out last, and whoever the person is as well is my pick to win the Casino ladder match. However, if they don't win, I would think they'd be inserted into a feud with one of the other 8 that are currently in the match, whether it be Darby Allin, Kip Sabian. Hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing? Breaking the fourth wall. Rey Fenix looks to be injured after his dive on Dynamite Wednesday night. We'll get into Britt Baker as well. Phoenix probably won't come out towards the end either. Probably won't do a whole lot. The Lucha Brothers, and then the trio of the Lucha Brothers and Pac, Neville in the WWE. They haven't been around recently. Pentagon's trapped in Mexico. Pac across the pond in self-isolation. Can't get into the U.S., so wouldn't it be smart to have Rey Fenix win? 2/3 of SCU and Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky are in fact in the match. Luchasaurus as well. Jungle Boy has a match versus the Salt of the Earth in MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I'll get to that match shortly. Hey, maybe Christopher Daniels is a mystery partner. Turning heel on SCU. Whoever the mystery participant is, I would think it's going to be somebody either just released from the WWE or somebody who's been floating around on the independent scene for quite a while, joining AEW, have them in the ladder match, make a big splash. this match, and then the other 3 matches that I talked about shortly earlier, those could very well steal a show as well. But Moxley Lee is going to be the main event, I would think, as mentioned. But only time's going to tell who this mystery participant is, and whoever it is will, in fact, I believe, win the match. But if not, feud with one of the 8 that are in the match as well, and then when AEW believes whoever the mystery participant is, whenever they feel the time is right to push that person to the top, championship opportunity on the line, so be it. The AEW women's division, oh man, where to begin? Absolutely pathetic. It's god-awful. Nyla Rose is going to retain her women's championship in the no DQ, no count-out match. And then we'll see if Britt Baker can go. Reportedly has a serious knee injury. So if that is the case, okay, they might scratch her match versus Kris Statlander, or maybe even throw Statlander into the women's championship match, make that a triple threat, have only 1 women's match instead of 2, or maybe Statlander will then have a mystery participant of her own, so that singles match could in fact continue, or okay, move forward as planned, have it be a squash, Statlander just shot after shot after shot right to the, I believe it's her right knee for Britt Baker, Punxsutawney's own, and have Statlander win right off Britt Baker for the time being. And now, okay, could be full on us all. Good sell job potentially the other night, and the knee injury, might not be that serious, and Baker wins, and then Baker inserted once again into the women's championship picture. But because of all that, give me Kris Statlander to defeat Britt Baker, and then Baker can go recover with Punxsy Phil in Gobbler's Knob, and then, as mentioned, give me Nyla Rose to retain her women's championship as well. But sooner rather than later, AEW needs to figure out what the hell they're doing with their women's division. Plain and simple. The Salt of the Earth MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, is facing Jungle Boy, or as good old JR Jim Ross would like to say, Jungle Boy Jack, Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack Perry. It's Ross time. MJF with Wardlow by his side up against Jungle Boy. Luchasaurus might make an appearance. He's in the ladder match, though. MJF needs to win this. He was recently injured, returned. Very well could become the new number 1 contender for the TNT Championship, depending on who wins that. If Cody wins, I wouldn't mind seeing Cody MJF again this time around for the TNT title. Now, if Lance Archer wins, okay, no, not right now, because that's heel versus heel. Same thing with the AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. If Moxley retains and Cody wins the TNT title, Brody Lee, even though losing to Moxley for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, could very well be inserted as the new number 1 contender as well for the TNT Championship up against Cody Rhodes. So a lot on the line with a few of these matches, and depending on who wins at that point, we'll know the direction moving forward from there, especially with what happens on the first show next week after Double or Nothing for AEW Dynamite. So, I mean, yeah, okay, Jungle Boy, he's Luke Perry's son. He's a decent wrestler. They really haven't pushed him the way that they probably should have. But he's in a tag team. Tag team with Luchasaurus. They'll keep that going because Lucha's not going to win the ladder match either. So give me MJF. And then for the TNT title, well, we'll get into that in a second with Cody and Lance Archer. Shawn Spears news up against Dustin Rhodes coming out of his 3 or 4 week retirement after losing to Lance Archer. Lance Archer now facing Cody for the TNT Championship. As mentioned, as Iron Mike Tyson will in fact present that title on Saturday night. But Shawn Spears in the same boat MJF is in as well. Needing a win, AEW with the win-loss record, they're finally somewhat using that, and Spears is towards the top. So Spears, as mentioned, same boat as MJF, could very well become a number one contender for the TNT Championship, depending on who wins that. If it's Cody, okay, I wouldn't mind seeing Cody versus the chairman himself and Shawn Spears once again, as Cody has history with both. So, I mean, the seeds are planted. Potentially a triple threat sometime down the line, whether it be on Dynamite or at one of the pay-per-views over the summer, if they're even going to do Fyter Fest or Fight for the Fallen this year. Right now, I have no clue. I would assume they'll make some type of announcement during Double or Nothing for one of those two, or if they're not going to have any, and then, okay, the next pay-per-view would, in fact, be All Out at the end of August. But a lot of time from now until then, of course, and then with everything going on in the world, all these companies taking it one thing at a time. So we'll see what direction, but MJF wins, and then Shawn Spears wins as well. And then if Cody defeats Lance Archer, I don't think he will, because I'm leaning towards Lance Archer to pick up the pinfall. Jake the Snake Roberts will be in his corner, Arn Anderson in Cody's corner. Thing is, too, with Cody Rhodes, never, ever going to be able to vie for that AEW World Heavyweight Championship ever again. Okay, put the TV title on him. Give him the TNT Championship. Have Moxley retain over Brody Lee. Put Lance Archer up against Moxley then, right afterwards. It seems like they're riding high on Lance Archer right now, especially with Jake the Snake in his corner. Great to see him back at full strength after everything he went through. So, I mean, all these matches could go, any which way. But MJF and Shawn Spears, I believe, will win. And then Lance Archer as well. So then what do you do with Cody? Okay, maybe Cody up against Shawn Spears again, or Cody up against MJF again. As mentioned, maybe a triple threat if Cody wins. And I really wouldn't be surprised if he does win, because of what is hanging above him, holding him down, not ever going to be able to go after the AEW World Heavyweight Championship ever again. So then put Lance Archer up against Moxley and go from there. I would like to see Brody Lee win. Unfortunately, the Exalted One will not. It's his first big singles match in AEW since debuting 2 months ago. So Moxley retains. Moxley with another title defense against a former WWE employee, as Moxley defeated Chris Jericho at Revolution on Leap Day at the end of February, a few weeks before coronavirus hit. So MJF, Shawn Spears, Lance Archer, Jon Moxley. Then, in my opinion, as mentioned, the match I'm most excited for, Stadium Stampede, Elite, Inner Circle. This has potential to be as good, if not better, than what we've seen recently from the WWE with the Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match, along with the men's and women's Money in the Bank match that took place at the same time up in Stamford, Connecticut at WWE headquarters. First ever Stadium Stampede match. It's basically going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match inside of a football stadium. TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, home of the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars. The Khan connection with AEW. Shad and Tony Khan. Tony Khan behind AEW with Cody, the Bucks, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho. List goes on and on. They had the field done up. One end zone, the Elite. Other end zone, Inner Circle. The ring is supposed to be at midfield. Basically just going to be a Falls Count Anywhere. And they're going to be fighting on the field, in the tunnel that we saw a few weeks ago, during the street fight that they had, front row, way up top, everywhere in between. This match will have everyone talking Memorial Day weekend for Double or Nothing. It's the Elite versus the Inner Circle. The Young Bucks returning, as mentioned, along with Hangman Adam Page. Kenny Omega, Broken Matt Hardy, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, Santana, and Ortiz. Hardy and Page are two others that could very well go after the TNT and AEW World Heavyweight Championships. If anything, they'll split the Elite up. They've teased it with Hangman leaving. As of late, Omega and Page, currently your AEW Tag Team Champions. Bucks returning. Okay, maybe there's a match there. Yeah, Private Party, Best Friends, a few other tag teams as well, including Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, along with Santana and Ortiz. We'll get Omega and Page, Santana and Ortiz. Hager faced Moxley for the title as well recently. Sammy Guevara is probably going to get a TNT Championship match, I would think, sometime down the road. They'd be smart to use Jericho to get Hardy over. They're currently doing that, but continue that feud. This was actually supposed to take place in Newark, New Jersey on March the 18th, the night that Brody Lee and Broken Matt Hardy debuted for All Elite Wrestling, as this was supposed to be a blood and guts match. However, that was actually the first show that they had in Jacksonville at Daly's Place with no fans a week after coronavirus hit. So now we get it at Double or Nothing on a bigger scale. Stadium Stampede. Give me the Elite with Matt Hardy picking up the pinfall. Yeah, Vanguard 1's gone, but the Broken Universe is now in AEW. Sky's the limit. We'll probably be getting a lot of former WWE matches for championships or even in singles competition in AEW with everyone that they have. But they have to build the company. They haven't even been on TV a full year yet. Then in the meantime as well, all the independent guys that didn't come from WWE, sort of, in quotes, homegrown AEW superstars, Wardlow, Lance Archer, to name a few, build them up as well, and then when the time's right, do what you got to do and just take over, as NXT would say. So, we'll see what happens. Double or Nothing should be a damn good show. Wonder who Mike Tyson's going to knock out. That's the big question, as he'll present the TNT Championship. Wonder if they'll bring in Bruce Buffer to introduce him. Iron Mike Tyson. But I'm going to pick Best Friends, Kris Statlander, Nyla Rose, MJF, Shawn Spears, whoever the mystery participant is in the Casino Ladder match, along with Lance Archer and Jon Moxley, along with the Elite. And then now, as mentioned, we'll discuss some other professional wrestling with the WWE. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media as always. But coming up on June the 7th, WWE NXT TakeOver in your house. I'll have predictions for this along with WWE Backlash a week later. But so far for TakeOver in your house, as technically we will all be in our houses watching Double or Nothing in your house and Backlash, as we've watched AEW Dynamite, Monday Night Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, now upcoming Double or Nothing in your house and Backlash as of late with all the circumstances. But the only two official matches for In Your House are Tommaso Ciampa and Karrion Kross with Scarlett. That should be a damn good match. Along with Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai in a triple threat NXT Women's Championship match. However, Damian Priest and Finn Balor will do battle, along with Keith Lee and Johnny Gargano, probably for the NXT North American Championship. We'll see what they do with the NXT Championship. A few weeks back, Adam Cole defeated Velveteen Dream to retain his championship. Cole now next week, face-to-face, confronting NXT's general manager, William Regal. And then I would think as well we'll get the Cruiserweight Tournament Finals, in which Kushida should in fact win, I do believe. But we'll probably get a rematch with Cole and Dream TakeOver in your house as well. Dexter Lumis, I would assume, will be lurking around. And then a week later at Backlash, as Otis won Money in the Bank, Asuka won Money in the Bank as well on the women's side. However, the next night on Raw was basically handed the Raw Women's Championship due to Becky Lynch's pregnancy, as Becky Lynch is in fact pregnant. Congratulations to Seth frickin' Rollins and the man Becky Lynch. Rollins in a feud, it seems like, with Aleister Black. I would assume we'll get that at Backlash as well, but no more Becky Lynch for the time being. She'll be busy becoming a mother. So Asuka, your new Raw Women's Champion, she'll probably face Nia Jax at Backlash for the Raw Women's title. Eventually we'll finally get Bayley and Sasha. They've been dragging this thing out for 5 years too long. This upcoming Monday on Raw before Backlash, Andrade defending his United States Championship against Apollo Crews. We could see that end in a DQ or a count out or something along those lines to fuel a rematch. Come Backlash potentially. Kevin Owens just returned as well. We'll see what direction they push him in. Currently as well, Sami Zayn no longer your Intercontinental Champion. There's an Intercontinental Championship tournament. I would assume the finals will in fact be at Backlash as well. Daniel Bryan defeated Drew Gulak, who's no longer with the company. He very well could be the mystery participant at Double or Nothing. DB defeated him last week on SmackDown. Elias also defeated King Corbin before Corbin went to Raw to face McIntyre, as they have this brand-to-brand extension now. Sort of the wild card role a year later. Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, though, this week on Friday Night SmackDown. I believe Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles should in fact be the finals of that Intercontinental Championship tournament. Only time's going to tell. We'll get Street Profits, Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Don't know what they'll do with the SmackDown. Probably New Day, Forgotten Sons. Still think they should split up Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho ho. We'll get Braun Strowman and The Fiend for the Universal Championship, I would think. And then, hopefully, sometime soon, finally, we'll find out who the mystery hacker is in the WWE. Whether it be Ali, Chad Gable, even Bobby Roode. But however, there's only 2 official matches for WWE Backlash after all that. It's Edge, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley. And they're billing Edge, Randy Orton as the greatest wrestling match ever. Give me a break. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley will in fact be for the WWE Championship. So that's pro wrestling as of late, and we'll see what happens moving forward. Should be a fun, exciting few weeks with Double or Nothing, Takeover in Your House, and Backlash. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Let me know in the comments below who you have winning at Double or Nothing, the few matches that are in fact official for NXT TakeOver in Your House and Backlash. Keep an eye out for NXT TakeOver in Your House and Backlash predictions as well, along with live reaction streams. Once again, like, follow, and subscribe on social media. As always, links in the description below.